Hey guys, Daniel Klein here with SubTo Freedom. The question that I get asked the most is, how do you evaluate the deals? Tons of people ask me, I've got this deal, but I'm not sure if it's a deal. How do I tell if it's a deal? Guys, you can evaluate deals by profit centers. We have 3 profit centers on all of our deals. It's cash now, cash flow, and cash later. Okay, I'm going to go over with you a real live example. This is a deal I just took down in Maybank, Texas. I bought it subject to, and my exit strategy is owner finance. Let's go over the numbers and I'll show you why this is a really, really good deal and how I evaluated it. Okay, so the principal balance on this particular property is $140,000, 4.75% interest over 30 years. The payment is approximately $1,275 PITI. That stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Okay, my expenses, let's talk about the expenses on this deal. So on the expenses, I had $20,000 cash to seller, about $2,500 in closing costs, about $4,000 in back payments, and then approximately $7,500 in miscellaneous repairs. So that's $34,000 negative out-of-pocket cash. Okay, so on the sale, we're going to sell that property for $269,900 at 10% down, 10% interest, and that payment's going to be approximately $2,600. Okay, so let's look at our cash now profit center. Okay, so cash now is going to be the $34,000 less the $27,000 we get from our down payment, our owner finance buyer down payment. It's going to leave a negative $7,000 out of pocket. Okay, let's look at cash flow. Cash flow is going to be the difference between $2,600 from our owner finance buyer less the payment that we have to make to the seller's lender, and that is going to be approximately $1,325 a month. Really, really good. Okay, so a lot of people after the negative $7,000, they might think, well, I don't want to leave $7,000 in a deal, but let's look and see, how do you evaluate that? Well, that's going to be a cash on cash return. Okay, so we're going to take the annual cash flow. And I'm going to actually do this here on my computer or on my calculator. We're going to take the $1,325 a month in cash flow. We're going to annualize it. Okay, that's 1325 times 12. Yeah, $15,900. So annual cash flow, $15,900. Okay, we're going to take that $15,900 and we're going to take the $7,000 negative out-of-pocket cost, and we're going to divide that by the annual cash flow. So what that would look like is $7,000 divided by $15,900. We get a 0.44. That is a 44% return cash on cash. So we're going to take $7,000 out of pocket divided by the annualized cash flow. That equals 44%. Guys, 44% return cash on cash, where are you getting that? You're not getting that in the stock market. You're probably not getting it anywhere else. But that is a fantastic return. And that's why, even though I'm a little bit out of pocket on this deal, maybe I shouldn't have given the seller quite so much in cash, it's still an excellent, excellent opportunity. So the cash later profit center on this deal gets a little bit hairier. Because the seller had some partial claims. What a partial claim is where a borrower gets behind, goes to their servicer. The servicer will do what's called a partial claim, which is a loan from HUD, Housing and Urban Development, and they'll move that default around to the back. Well, this particular guy had down payment assistance. He had a couple partial claims to the tune of about $50,000. In liens that are on the property, but there's no interest, no payments. Those liens have to be paid off when the property is either refinanced or sold. Okay, so my cash later profit center is not looking as great, but Question for you guys. When was the last time you paid an electric bill with equity? I haven't. So that leads me to my conclusion. What are the most important profit centers that you should be looking at as an investor, either in whatever strategy that you're using, but especially in creative finance? It's cash now and cash flow, okay? So on this particular property, our cash later is going to be approximately about $53,000. $53,000, and I got that. It's a 190,000 that's really owed on the property because of all the partial claims, less the 269.9 sales price, less the $27,000 buyer down payment. So just to recap, guys, evaluate all of your deals through profit centers, okay? Cash now, cash flow, cash later. If you're out of pocket cash on your cash now profit center, calculate a cash on cash return. Anything above, for me personally, anything above a 20% cash on cash return, I'm going to take a very serious look at that. On this particular deal, I'm over double that, so it was almost a no-brainer. And also this property is just right off of a lake, so it's got some really good features. Could use it as an Airbnb, but it's about an hour away from my house, and so I don't want to get into management of an Airbnb or a rental that is that far away. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned how to evaluate deals through the profit centers of cash now, cash flow, and cash later.